This meeting is being live streamed. By staying in this meeting, you consent to being live streamed. Anyone with access to the live stream can watch or share with others. Got it. Just a moment while it's loading on YouTube. All right. Okay. Oh my goodness, I forgot to change the date here too. 괜찮아요. 안녕하세요, 여러분. 저는 나날라예요. 글렉시2020 공동 설립자이고, I wear many hats. I forgot what else I was supposed to say. 미국에 살고 있어요. 우리 산치타는 인도에서 살고 있어요. And this is our map. GLEx2020 is a global language exchange community that Sanchita and I started in July 2020. And our project is us getting better at Korean. So you'll see that season 1, we couldn't even read yet. Season 2 was when we first started making sentences in Korean. And these days we are speaking half in Korean and half in English. So progress, not perfection. That's what we want to show and what we want to inspire everyone with. And every Friday, we record our podcast. Welcome, Hilokal friends. That's our theme for today. Our friends from Hilokal have joined us on today's recording. We record every Friday at 11 p.m. Singapore time or around 11 p.m. Singapore time. You can join the Zoom meeting at 795-3031-0059, and the passcode is capital P in Pod Squad. Okay, I already gave a little bit of my self-introduction, and here is where you guys introduce yourselves. Hello, everyone. We'll go in order. We'll go Christopher, Rose. Well, at least that's the order I see. Then Doll, then Lynn. So let's start with Christopher.
안녕하세요. 제 이름은 크리스토퍼예요. 미국 사람이고 27살입니다. 이것은 제 친구예요. 왼쪽부터 오른쪽까지 천추라는 얼룩다람쥐하고 머핀이라는 미어캣하고 레스칼이라는 너구리하고 제 새로운 너구리예요. 우람이라고 해요. 이것은 우람이에요. 귀엽지 않아요?
네, 너무 귀여워요.
영어로 rainstorm이고 우와 람이라는 한자를 써요. 우는 비라는 뜻이고 람은 남기라는 뜻이에요.
우라라고 해요?
우람.
우람. 알겠어요.
우람이.
우람이. 네, 귀여운 이름이에요. Brainstorm 너무 어떻게 말해요? 신기한
감사합니다.
이름. It's amazing name.
Yes, I got him on Tuesday.
오,
It
좋아요.
was raining.
네, 귀여워요.
So I call him Rainstorm in English.
네.
His Korean name is 이우람.
이우람. 알겠어요. 귀여워요. 네, 감사합니다, 크리스토퍼 쌤. 그 다음에 로즈님 계세요?
네, 안녕하세요. 저는 미국에 살아요. 노스코다주에 살고 있어요. 그리고 이틀 전에 눈이 왔어요. 하지만 오늘 봄이다. 오늘 20도 예요. 그래서 너무 행복해요. 네, 만서
축하해요.
반갑습니다.
축하해요.
네.
조금 더워요.
더워요. 네, 네.
조금 따뜻해요.
10도, 10도 너무 더워요. 여기에는 학생 shorts 입어요.
짧은 바지? 짧은
네, 작은 바지 입어요.
바지.
10도 이면 I don't even know how to
네.
say that.
So
10도면
음.
학생들이 잡은 바지를 입어요.
네.
네.
어렸을 때도 했어요.
근데
When I was younger.
여기에는 겨울에도 학생들이 잡은 바지를 입어요.
네,
하지만
맞아요.
타 학생이 안 해요.
네, 맞아요.
네.
So for those of you who don't understand, Rose said it's 10 degrees where she is, and I joked that it's warm. It's hot.
아니요. 20도.
20도?
20도.
20 degrees.
네,
even
20도
better.
셀시어스. 네.
네.
여기에는 너무 더워요.
She lives in North Dakota, everyone, and over there it just snowed a couple days ago.
네.
So 20 degrees Celsius is warm for them.
네. 더워요.
Yeah.
Dolphin 계세요?
Wow.
안녕하세요, 여러분.
네, 안녕하세요.
네, 저는 돌입니다. 그리고 저는 인도 사람이에요. I am also a YouTuber and a food blogger, and I love teaching, and I'm a fan of BTS, and I love to make Korean food, and I love cats, and I love pizza, and I love food, and I love art, and I love to dance, and I love all of you Hilokal fam.
네,
감사합니다.
감사합니다. If you could
감사합니다.
write your details, you know, where people can contact you, where people can see your channels, write it in the chat box there, and we'll add it to our description later. 네, 감사합니다. 린님 계세요?
Okay.
Oh, you can see the sirens from my side, can't you?
Hello. Yeah, 안녕.
Hello, welcome.
안녕하세요.
네, 안녕하세요.
Yeah. So this is my first time. I really didn't know that I'm going to speak. But anyway, so I'm Jun입니다, or you can call me Lynn. So Baguio City 왔습니다. Is that Baguio City에서 왔습니다. Is that right?
네, 맞아요.
Yeah.
필리핀 사람이에요. 여기는
네.
우리 필리핀 가족이에요. 보세요. Look over here. We have a lot of people from the Philippines. There's even more than that. We need to update our pictures.
Yes. So I live in Baguio. So we're the same with Rose. Actually, it's 20도 also. Yeah, here in Baguio. So it's a bit cold and
Moneo.
yeah. It's cold actually. I think. Yeah, but it's warm for Rose, I guess.
네.
Yeah.
Tayo.
Yeah, and also I just learned this podcast just right
Mm.
now. I joined, yeah, I joined. Sorry, I don't even know your name, ma'am.
Oh, 괜찮아요.
Yes, I'm
괜찮아요.
sorry.
저는 라넬라입니다.
Manila,
Ranella.
Ranella. Yeah. So yeah, I just met Mom Ranella a while back. And I thought her voice is so soothing. So I wanted to join. I really wanted so bad. So thank you for letting me join here.
Thank you for joining. It's really exciting when new people join us because
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
nice to
exactly.
meet you all.
반가워요.
Yeah, 만나서 반갑습니다.
네,
It's alright.
반갑습니다. 네, 맞아요,
반갑습니다.
맞아요. So back,
우람이도 반갑습니다.
반갑습니다. Yeah. 네,
So-
so I think that's all.
yes, thank you for your introduction, Chuayo. Welcome to our podcast. Our podcast is really quite informal because we want to show like the authenticity of everyone through our podcast. You know, you don't have to pretend to be anybody you're not. Just be yourself. Come here, be yourself. That's all. And the thing that our podcast does is it inspires people to keep going with their studies, you know, because it's hard when you're learning a language and then you end up like sometimes studying alone and then you don't have anybody to be with. And our GLEx2020 community is a really wonderful place to meet people who are, you know, trying to inspire each other, to motivate each other, to just basically lend a shoulder to walk side by side with in whatever language you're learning. So we have several different languages that we have teachers for. You'll see them with the GLEx frame on Hilokal actually. So we have Spanish, Japanese, Chinese, Arabic, Korean, English, obviously, and then I think we have Tagalog also. So the Tagalog one is not as consistent, but I'm trying. Yes, baby girl. Can you watch these after you're done? Okay. So my okay, my daughter's here next to me. And this happens all the time. I have 4 children, so there will be interruptions, and that's perfectly okay. And these are our Patreon and PayPal supporters. Thank you to you guys. We're able to continue our podcast. Tina and Rose and Marco and Sandy and Zarina and Sam and Denisa. So thanks. And then the previous ones, these are just our current subscribers. We had all of these Zoom sessions in 2020 to 2021. Currently, we only have one Zoom session going on, which is our monthly cultural exchange. And Rose wrote a beautiful write-up about her experience, and we published it in our medium.com/GLEx2020 publication. So you can check out that article over there. And most of us are already at the Hilokal app. So on May 14th, it will be our monthly cultural Zoom with Korean Chatterbox and Kika. We have our current EPS topic in 60, and you can watch the replays at facebook.com/Korean EPS topic in 60. And we have done book 1 live stream, all of that. So 30 chapters live streamed. And then on Hilokal, it's 24/7. So you can join using the link hilokal.page.link/3 Every day is a new day for a 30-day challenge. So join us and start speaking Korean with other Korean learners. It's really fun to do a challenge. Right now, I'm doing 2 challenges simultaneously, one 21-day challenge and then a 100-day challenge. So I had finished a 21-day challenge already, and then now I'm on day 3 of the next 21 days. And alphakoreanclass.com has a 100-day challenge, and it's already on day 34. But after this challenge, you'll have another one for adjectives. Currently, we're doing verbs. So she'll do 100 adjectives next. So sign up for that soon. And it's only $45, and you write your sentences. She gives you corrections. So it's really, really helpful in improving your Korean. And today's topic is welcome, hi local friends. We started talking a little bit during the self-introduction, and now we can talk about how is your experience with Hi Local. And Rose, you're not at Hi Local, but you can ask questions to our friends, and if you're curious about what goes on at Hi Local, I guess.
네, 말해봐요.
네, 같이 공부하자. 아니요, 같이 말합시다. We can talk in English and Korean. So Rose, you're practicing your Korean. You're doing an amazing job. Keep talking in Korean. I should be practicing my Korean. 하지만 저는 지금 조금 nervous예요. nervous 어떻게 말해요?
긴장해요.
네?
긴장해요.
긴장. 어떻게? I messed that up. 죄송해요. I was trying to type, but apparently this thing won't let me type. 긴장. 이렇게? 긴장?
네.
긴장해요. 하다. To be nervous. 네, 감사합니다. So we type the words that we're learning over here. This is how we learn new vocabulary during the conversation. 좋아요. 네. 그래서 저는 많이 영어 했어요. 죄송해요. So I'm speaking a lot of English.
So when you do Hi Local, you just open it up and see if anyone is there, and then you just talk to whoever's there. Is that how it is? Or like,
Yeah.
so there's not like
Yeah.
a schedule. There's not like something that you're specifically like a theme or anything like that. It's just you show up and see who's there.
Yeah, pretty much you can do that. If you are a trainer though, you need to have a schedule. You have to book yourself in the booking site. There is a hilocal.com/booking. And in that particular page, as a trainer, only trainers are able to access that page, and you book your time slot for the week.
So if
I-
you were a student though, could you look up somebody's time slot and then like go to that one?
Absolutely. And then also if you just only have time for like now, you log in now and you check what's available, and then you just hop into that table. So there's no
Like sign up
specific
or
set of,
anything?
yes, exactly. So it's very fluid. I really like it. It's great when I'm dopamine seeking, like, you know, when my ADHD is acting up, I just go to, instead of going to Facebook, you know, and wasting my time scrolling, I'll go to Hi Local and then look at the tables that I can join and learn from. And that's like my ADHD dopamine fix.
That is
So
a
it's
good
really
use of
helpful
time.
for me. Yes. So log in sometime and see how you like it.
Yeah.
Let's
Well,
see.
because the daily study session is exactly the hour when I'm driving. It's the most intense, like bringing children to school time in the entire day. And so I'm like, you know, it's not 5 a.m. It's true, but it's like I have 2 kids and they go to 3 schools. And because of the way they scheduled a certain class, and school won't drive the child. But anyway, so we have to like keep going back and forth to all these schools. And so I'm just like, I got to wait till the school year's done and we're not doing this anymore.
Yeah, you could totally just listen on Hilokal. You don't have to feel pressured to participate. You know, you don't have to be, it's not like our Zoom sessions where our participation is kind of like, how should I say this? Silently required.
Well, it's hard to have a Zoom session when no one's talking. So, you know.
Right. So on Hilokal, you could be the only one talking as the host, and everybody else can be listening, and that's totally okay.
Oh, shiroyo. I don't think I like that one at all.
So you can just listen to the teacher, you know? It's like a podcast. So you're listening to a podcast while you're doing your chores.
Okay.
And then respond to you. But they respond to you if you text to them.
So the trainers really are saying, I mean, they're like, they prepare something or just.
Yes, they do.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So it is kind of like a class, but you just show up and see what's going on and just listen.
Like that.
Okay. That sounds good.
Absolutely.
I will try that out. I don't know when, because my kids have about 3 weeks left of school and we're like losing it.
Hang in there.
Mail. Ah.
Mail. Judging nayo. 네, 알겠어요. For those of you who are here from Hilokal, how's your experience on Hilokal been so far? Dal, are you able to talk?
Yes. My experience till now was very good. I met really, really good teachers and trainers, and everyone is really, really helpful. Yeah, and you are very patient and fun. So I really love being in your classes, and I enjoy Hilokal.
Thank you for saying good things about me. You know I'm not paying you.
Oh, I'll take a Kinder Joy.
Yeah. This is not, Doll is not sponsored by me to say good things about me, okay? What about you, Lynn? June? It's June, right? You said June or Lynn?
Yes. Yes. So in my case, the first time I discovered Hilokal, it really blew my mind because it's totally free and you'll be able to, like learn new language. So it was really amazing. And the other thing is that you get to, like meet people with the same goal as yours. And we actually have this like Facebook group wherein we're going to talk about, what we've learned in Hilokal. So it's like sharing and at the same time building relationship with people that, in the future might be your coworker. So yeah, it's really fun and amazing.
Oh, there's a Facebook group?
Yeah, I actually discovered Hilokal on Facebook. So that was the first I heard Hilokal, and I was able to join because of that. And we create like a Facebook group so we could actually talk about the time and like review what we've learned in Hilokal.
Oh, that's awesome. Is it for English or Korean?
Korean.
Oh, who's the teacher?
I don't know if it's okay with her to say her name, but she's Chonsa Gala.
Oh yeah, Gala Sem. She's my friend.
Oh yes, yeah. She's my teacher.
Oh, that's
my sensei name.
awesome.
That's awesome.
She is she has been my teacher also. 4 years ago, when
Oh.
I started learning Korean, we met at Learn Korean in K Culture group on Facebook. And at that time, she had been learning 4 years ago, 3 years ago. um, she had already been learning Korean, and she was just so inspirational because she would make like flashcards of her vocabulary words. And my first month joining LKIK, and she was like teaching there, somebody shared 1100 words in Korean, and I copied all of that down. I copied all of it. Don't ask me if I remembered anything because I didn't. Um, but
Wow.
but looking back, like after 3 years, I know all of those words. I know all of them.
Wow.
So
잘했어요.
네, 감사합니다. So without realizing it over time, as I was exposed to all of those words, I started to remember them. And do I use them in conversation? 아니요. 아니에요.
하나는
But
할 거예요.
네, but like I use about, I want to say 300 Korean words on a regular basis. So I'm a baby, baby in Korean. But I can make sentences now compared to 7 months ago. 7 months ago, I was still struggling, and we were making scripts here. So I think I'm going to bring that over to Hilokal and start doing scripts again. Like we would just find random scripts from different textbooks, Talk to Me in Korean, or what else did we use? Any cartoon, right? We had Jewel Learns Korean. She transcribed some scripts for us from the cartoon Jadu, and we use that here on the podcast. So we would read scripts and try to put emotions into it, and then we started getting more comfortable with longer and longer scripts, and we did the K drama, right? Like we did K drama scripts and everything, and that's how it went over time. And now we're free talking, but in English. Christopher, are you there?
Yeah. So Hilokal is very interesting, very fun. I'm on a 26-day streak out of 101. I started my first streak a couple of months back, actually, more months back. And they've just been 5-day streaks because I was teaching with Ranella the EPS topic. And thank you once again for letting me co-host with you. And just the other month, I had my first 6-day streak because of Ranella's English class. That was on Saturday. And then you recommended Sungwon Park, like if I wanted to keep my streak going on Sundays too, because Sungwon Park opens the table daily.
Yeah, he does. He's so dedicated to the 3 languages that he's learning. He does like a 30-minute table for Chinese, 30-minute table for English. No, wait. He also is learning Japanese, and he teaches Korean. And his tables are always so popular. There's always like, I don't know, 15 people listening plus the 8 people in the speaking area. His tables are always packed.
Yeah, so everyone, please follow Sungwon Park if you want to practice Korean, Japanese, or Chinese. Those are exactly the 3 Asian languages that I have pages and channels for. Kanton Kanji for Japanese, and Mandarin Meerkat for Chinese. And of course, you know Hangul Hamster, because this is a Korean podcast.
Yes.
And I go by Hangul Hamster on Hilokal.
Mm-hmm. And then you have 4 new channels, or is it 3?
3.
Right. You can share those
And
too.
they're coming in the summer, in June. On the 24th of June, which is a Friday, I'll have French Falcon, known in French as Faucon Français, German Gerbil, or Deutsche Rennmaus, and Ukrainian Unicorn, Ukrainsky Yedinorich.
That's amazing that you know all of these languages.
On Facebook and YouTube. Same day, June 24th.
Wow. Keep up the great work with language learning. This is the true epitome of what we aspire to be at GLEx. You know, we all want to be polyglots.
Thank you.
Does anybody have any questions for Christopher? 질문 있어요? 없어요? 괜찮아요. Don't be shy. It's all good. So what are your language learning goals, hi local friends, so far? We'll start with Doll. Are you there, Doll?
Are you learning any European languages?
I'm sorry. What was the question?
I said, what are your language learning goals?
Oh, I started learning French and Spanish for like a few months for, but then I dropped them because I got more interested in learning Korean. So right now I want to like hold up a good conversation with the native Korean, at least for 5 minutes. That's my short-term goal for now.
Yes, that was my
Impressive goal.
original goal. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Christopher.
Yeah, I agree. Impressive goal.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
What about you, June?
Yeah, yeah. In my case, actually, honestly, I at first I just want to like I wanted to pass the EPIS topic because I want to take it. But then when I started learning the Korean language, I really want to be at least be an intermediate or elementary, something like that. But I guess my learning ability can't. It's a little bit impossible right now because I'm working and then at the same time I'm doing other stuff. So my goal really is to pass the epistopic, and I'm really thankful that Hilokal is existing because
Mm,
there's a lot of, teacher like you who's
mm.
helping us, be able to pass the examination. So yeah.
Yeah. I'm really grateful for High Local also. Actually, we have a paid program for EPS topic, and we charge $80 for 60 hours. And but lately, because of High Local, I just whenever somebody inquires about, hey, are you hosting classes? And I tell them, you know what, we have free sessions at High Local. So I just tell them to join High Local and get the classes for free because the people that will be teaching our paid program are the people who are doing it for free at High Local anyway. So it would be Ishi Sem, Anna Sem, Gala Sem. Um, those are the people Yeji Sem, those are the people who we would hire to teach the program anyway. So since they're doing it for free on High Local already, might as well just share the information and go ahead, join over there. It's free because our goal at GLEx is to provide free and affordable language learning opportunities to people globally. And the $80 is already affordable in the Philippines for 60 hours. Um, but since it's free on High Local, I just promote the High Local classes because they're from the same teachers anyway, and um, you'll be learning the same things. So it for me it fulfills our mission. Yes. Awkward laugh. Raven said it was an awkward laugh. Rose, what are your most recent goals? I haven't asked you what your goals are lately.
맞아요. 방금 아, 아, 교과서 한국 교과서 끝냈어요. I just finished this. My recent goal was to get through this book called Modern Conversational Korean. It is a really great book. It has lots of great grammar explanations, and it's the first textbook I've read all the way through the entire thing. Even in school, it's the first one I've read all the way through. It's taken me about 5 years to read it. And it was copyright 1982. So it's not really modern. And I think I'll talk like a harmony if I talk like everything in this book. But my next goal is to maybe remember some of the things that I read in this book. I just want to be able to talk. I want to be able to watch a drama without having to read the subtitles. I want to be able to like just talk to people. I have like a couple of people that I know online that like are more comfortable in Korean than in English. And so I would like to be able to just write comments to them without having to double check it and make sure that it says what I think it says. Yeah.
I think because you are an editor, that is not going to go away.
Well, I know, but like I'm still worried that I'm gonna like spell something wrong and it's gonna say something really offensive, or I'm gonna say something and that's not, because like all the politeness levels and whatever. So like I'll be like, I think this is how you say it, but then I always double check before typing it. But my friend thinks that I know more than I do, and I don't. She's like, oh, I'm so glad to speak Korean because I don't know how to say this in English. And I'm like, I'm like, Papako, Papako 제 친구예요.
Yeah.
She's like,
친한 친구예요.
네.
Yes, that's true. But you do know a lot, Rose. Like you are our hashtag goals. Like you know so much vocabulary. You finished Duolingo. Like when we first met, that was like my goal to finish Duolingo and then get as much vocabulary as so
They added, I'm not done anymore. They added New Korean to Duolingo. They
Oh, yes,
added,
they did.
they did. They added a bunch of new, and some of it isn't like proofread yet or like checked over, because
Yeah.
you'll answer stuff and it's right. Like, you know how Korean doesn't have any articles. And so it really
Yeah.
shouldn't matter if you're translating in English, if you use the or an or whatever. And
Right,
they'll
I
count it wrong
flag
if it's
those
not the
all
one
the
that they were
time.
thinking of. Because
Mm.
I'm a little mad at Duolingo right now, because then like you time out of it and then they want you to like pay them money or something. I'm like, no, I'm happy watching your ads, but I'm not going to pay you money so that I can like have the annoying Duolingo owl yelling at me every day. Sorry. So, you know,
Yes.
it's just they need to proofread it and stuff like that. So there is new stuff on there. It's just a little frustrating to use.
Yes, I finished Duolingo. I got up
Yay.
to the bottom part where it gave me 2 stars, right? Which meant that I
Yay.
finished level 2. So I was trying to finish to go all the way to level 5, and then all of a sudden there was new stuff, and now I am no longer at the trophy. So I have the whole unit 5 to do all over again.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I have, me too. Me
Oh,
too. I
yeah.
went through the whole thing twice and now I have to do it again. But
I hate
much
it.
on my own.
So now I'm not gonna renew my I'm not gonna renew my subscription, because I did do subscription, because as I told you, I have ADHD and I cannot stand the ads. Like I almost broke my phone twice because of those advertisements.
The ads are really annoying. Yeah.
So so my goal for this time around is to have a group of students to finish up a book with again. So my original set of students, we had like 12 of us who did Talk to Me in Korean, my first 500 words. We did like 35 days, I think, or maybe 28 days. And we did Talk to Me in Korean, that book. So they learned the vocabulary and all of that. That was my first batch. And some of them are already in Korea. They're in Korea already. I lost track of them for a few months. And then one of them came back and said, "Oh, I'm in Korea now." I've been, busy with my move, blah, blah, blah. So, so I'm happy to see that. And then another person who is in Korea now.
You can never go to Korea because you have sweets.
I'm going to Korea next year.
No.
My daughter
Okay.
says I cannot go to Korea. So that's the next goal. The next goal is finish a book also with the new batch, and then go to Korea in 2023. That's my goal. So I've been working hard at Hilokal, and hopefully this will be a good experience when we go. I already saved up enough money to purchase my ticket, so that's one good thing.
Yay.
Yes, so hooray! All right, so that's Christopher. What's your goal? The launch in June.
Yeah. Yeah, my goal is the launch of the Facebook and YouTube on June 24th. French Falcon, German Gerbil, and Ukrainian Unicorn. And Doll, if you want to start up on French again, I know you'll love French Falcon as much as you love Hangul Hamster.
Okay, sure.
What was the other one? German Gerbil.
French Falcon.
Have you liked Hangul Hamster, Doll?
Yes, I like the Hangul Hamster, and I am following Hangul Hamster on YouTube and Facebook both.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'll be
You're
using
welcome.
German Gerbil for sure, because
Yeah.
I'm still learning German. Rose speaks German, actually.
Vanilla.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
Jawohl.
Yeah, we're trying to teach our kids right now. They want to have German day every other day. And I'm like, because we lived in Germany a number of times and some of our kids were born there, but they were little when we left. And so they don't remember a lot. And so they want to do it every day. And it's terrible because every time I open my mouth, it's like total mix of Korean and German, you know? And my kids ask me something and I'm like, hey, 그거 잠깐만요. Yeah. So it's really, but I do, but no, I actually do speak German. So
Yes, you do. I
Spreche
can
Yeah.
Deutsch. Ich wohnte da. Es ist 4 Jahre oder so. Yeah. So
Deutsche Rennmaus will be fun for the whole family.
yeah, actually, I should. Okay, tell me again. I got to write this down. Tell me it's German. It's Deutsch. Wait,
Deutsche with an E
Yeah. Deutsche
because
and
it's an
what's
adjective.
it's on
Deutsche.
YouTube, or it will be.
It will be.
And
Yeah,
what's
Deutsche
it?
with an E because it's an adjective. And Rennmaus.
Oh, okay.
Rennmaus is gerbil.
Deutsche Rennmaus. And it's June 24th. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna have my kids watch that because I think that would be helpful for them. We're planning to go back there and visit, so we need to. The kids want to actually be able to speak.
Sounds good. And good luck to your whole family.
Yes.
And Kira, I have the Hangul transcription of Deutsche Rennmaus.
Oh.
Deutsche Rennmaus. Now everyone can pronounce it. Deutsche Rennmaus.
잠시만요. I
Deutsche
will
Rennmaus.
copy paste.
And then there's Pokong Purangse. It's the Hangul transcription of Faucon Francais.
좋아요. Okay, with that, we are going to end our podcast. Thank you guys for joining us today. I hope you had fun just chit-chatting and having fun basically with the language or the languages that you're learning. And for next time, I'm not sure what our topic will be, but join us again next time and we'll talk about something else. If you have a topic that you are particularly passionate about and you want to talk about, come and join us and let's chit chat together and continue to motivate each other to keep going. So this is
Yes.
every Friday. Every Friday we're here, unless we're all super sick or super busy or something, but that rarely happens. Maybe every 3 months we'll miss one session or something like that. So thank you guys again for joining us. Let me just screenshot this and clear.
And by the way, happy Asian Pacific American Heritage Month.
Oh,
Sure.
thank you. 감사합니다.
All
So-
month, I'll be sharing about Asian American celebrities,
Ooh, awesome.
alternating Japanese, Korean, and Chinese
Mhm.
on Kantan Kanji, Hangul Hamster, and Mandarin Meerkat. Today on Mandarin Meerkat, I have Eileen Gu. Do you remember her from Beijing 22?
No, I've never heard of that.
And then the third, I had Nathan Chen. Do you know
An
Nathan Chen?
Olympian. Olympian, right?
Yeah,
Figure skating?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah. Yes. Thank you, Christopher, for your dedication to language learning and sharing what you know. I really, really appreciate that you embody what we hope to be in the world, to share our languages, to help each other out, and to have a generous heart, basically. Thanks for joining us on GLEx 2020 podcast, and thanks for watching and listening. Don't forget to subscribe to our guests. We have Doll on Facebook. Her Instagram is called the magical being, the underscore magical underscore being. And she also has a blog called the magical being blog.wordpress.com. And YouTube, she has the magical being, no space. So thank you for joining us today, Doll. June, do you have anything that you're promoting, your YouTube channel, Instagram, anything like that?
No, I don't have any. It's okay.
Okay,
Thank
we'll
you.
promote Gala Sem. We'll promote Gala
Oh
Sem.
yeah. Please join her class.
Yeah.
2 o'clock
Shout
and
out.
8 p.m. Philippine time.
Yeah.
One more time.
At 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. Philippine time.
All right, you heard it from June. Join Gala Sem's class 2 p.m. Philippine time and 8 p.m. Philippine time. She teaches Korean on Hilokal. And of course, we have our Hungul hamster, our beloved Hungul hamster, who inspires me every single day. I couldn't have done daily study session without you. So thank you so much for joining me every day. And then Rose, thank you for being with us all this time and being such an amazing human being. Really, really appreciate you. And please don't forget to subscribe to our channels, GLEx 2020 podcast, and support us on Patreon if you like. Patreon.com/GLEx 2020 podcast. My name is Ranella, co-founder of GLEx 2020, and we'll see you again next week for another episode of our podcast. Bye, everyone. No, no,
Bye, everyone.
have a wonderful week if I don't see you, and otherwise, I'll see you in
And
Hilokal.
happy Mother's Day weekend.
Oh,
And
yes.
stop Asian hate.
Yes. Happy
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day,
Happy
everyone.
Mother's Day.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
And if anyone sees Muffin on this, he says, stop Asian hate.
Thank
Stop
you.
AAPI hate.
That's right. Stop Asian hate. It's a hashtag movement going on to highlight what's going on in the Asian community, that ever since the pandemic has been an increase of violence towards Asian people here in the United States. And that's really, really unfortunate. But it's something that we need to be aware of and to shed light upon. And I hope that everybody,
Why it happening?
because of the pandemic, they blamed Asians for the pandemic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the
Like does that mean we're gonna get blamed too, even though we're Filipino?
it's a possibility. That's a very good question. Kids have really amazing questions that I sometimes don't know how to answer.
Are we gonna get blamed even though we're just Filipino? We're a different kind of Asian.
Right? That's a very good question. Thank you, guys. I'm gonna have to answer this at home.
네. 안녕히 계세요.
나중에
다음 주에
봐요.
봐요.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. See